And that's the
This is TBN. This is Creflo Dollar. This is Creflo Dollar talking about the time he got high. He had to preach and he got high and ended up throwing up all over the floor.
to be who
Now,
you
you know ain't no
already
preacher got no
are.
business talking about getting
And you
high.
have
Look at
to
his
try
eyes.
to
Come on
do
now.
something to get what you already have.
Let's listen to him talk. Let's see
I
what he's
was
talking
healed
about.
2,000 years ago. Come on now. I was delivered 2,000 years ago. So it's about my faith appropriating what Jesus has already made available. My whole life changed. I made my mind up that something had to change. We struggled in this for a minute, and I knew something was missing because I'm still saying Jesus plus something.
Now keep in mind he's Dominican. He's not Caribbean and he's not African. He's not Jamaican. He's Dominican. He's a mixture of Spanish and Haitian genes. He gets his dark skin from the Haitians, and he gets his personality and his language and all of these things, language and all that from the Spanish. So once again, he gets his skin color from the Haitians, and he gets his language and his idiom and all this his etymology from the Spanish. He is not. He's Latino. He is Latino.
It was just so clear. Will you become a student of
We need to get
grace?
TBN off the air. Let's listen to him talk.
What's that? I thought I was a
Now, if
student.
you notice,
And you know, God,
Matt
like I said,
and Lowry Crouch, they do not.
I said,
They do not.
Grace. So first thing I did is I
They,
looked up
they,
every scripture in the Bible on
they
grace.
do not talk. They let the guests do all the talking. These people expose themselves. You want to expose yourself? I'm going to expose you. You're Dominican. You are not going to embarrass my race. You are not going to embarrass us. No, you're not.
To get into this,
Nope, nope, nope.
reevaluate everything that we were doing.
They need to be taken off the
God
air.
started dealing with Taffy about relationships.
Taffy, that's a prostitute. Taffy is a transsexual. She is not a woman. She is I think she's a Haitian transsexual. She is a Haitian transsexual. Is a man who turned himself into a woman, and his booty hole tastes like taffy. When you lick his asshole, it's like taffy or toffee,
Now henceforth until he comes.
Laffy Taffy or toffee or whatever.
So let me just ask you this: would it be
They got caught, yeah.
to say that you were in a performance-based system of Christianity?
See, he's not educated. That's why he couldn't think. That's unscripted. They trying to find a way out of it. He got caught. And we know that the IRS has been looking at this man, these people here. They have been trying to catch him for the longest time. That's their business. I tell you what, that's on you.
First, then God will do second. That entire covenant is based on what.
Well, you can kill me first and then kill my daddy second. It don't matter. You take my country from you. You try to take my country. See, he's Dominican. They were the government of Dominica. Talking about God, the government of the Dominica, government, of DDD, Dominica, God. It's almost taking the United States on a hostage and all stuff here.
This is going to be an amazing program. So I just want to let you know, Creflo and Taffy are here all night, and
that's a prostitute, Taffy. Those are his slaves. Those are his slaves. They probably live in the same house as him.
So let me ask you a question.
They probably live in the same house as he does.
X number of years when you became a student of grace.
When you became a slave.
You described that you were a performance-based Christian. In other words,
performance-based
covenant. Do good, get good. Do bad, get bad. Kind of.
What he mean is, when he became a slave, they made an agreement, and that agreement was that you would get paid based on your performance. So the more people you bring into your ministry, and the more the money your ministry makes, the more money I'll pay you. So Creflo Dollar is a prostitute, a ministerial prostitute or minstrel prostitute. He is the type of prostitute that gets pimped out. He preaches. He's a slave. He preaches for money. These people here, these white people here, these Spanish people here, pay him. but only if he makes a lot of money. If they're not pleased with his sermons, if they're not pleased with his sermons and the outcome of his sermons, then a student is a slave. You have to be a slave. He said, "Do you understand? You have to be a slave."
I believe that every issue in life can be resolved.
He is a slave. He is their
intimate
slave.
relationship with
They hold
Jesus
this man at
Christ.
gunpoint. They rape him and everything else.
I think back then,
He does not look like an honorable pastor.
our family
That's
members
performance
may not
based.
have known a lot of the mechanics that we know today. But what happens is when you begin to become more acquainted with the mechanics of faith, the mechanics of prosperity, the mechanics of healing,
The machine, the repairing of the machine of faith, the repairing of the machine.
And I believe that the blood of Jesus was shed so we can have a personal one-on-one.
But what does that have to do with the mechanics, the machine?
So my great-grandmother,
like a machine. What does that have to do with like a machine?
They didn't know the Greek word for
operate
this,
like
or the
clockwork and
Hebrew
stuff like
phrase
this
for
here.
this, but what they knew
They're probably
was
making a drug deal right
trusting
now with
God
subliminal
until
messages
the
right on
right
national
time.
TV for the mafia. That's probably just a drug deal.
The issue was
The reason why we're not
they
getting
had
fulfilled,
faith
fulfilled
in
off of it
God.
because it's a drug deal. They're making a
Somehow
drug
or
deal
another,
right
we
on TV,
started
him and his
having
slave.
faith in what we can do.
That's probably just a drug deal.
But we should have faith in
Those don't look
God
like mafia,
and not
mobsters.
faith in our performance and faith in
Our
in
performance
our
out
self-effort
working for
and
you, selling
faith
dope
in,
for you, selling ass for you,
how many
selling
concessions
booty
can we
hole for
make
you,
now?
selling
The
coochie for
mechanics are
you,
good.
selling pussy for you and shit.
But
It's the only way they can have a meeting without getting caught. We had to do it like this because if we meet, if all of us, that's a gang meeting, probably a gang meeting or something. We need to get TBN off the air.
Give to you, and you go do it with Laurie. She's gonna look at you like, "What are you talking about?"
Do it with
Where'd you get
Laurie.
this
Talking about
from?
sex with
It was
Laurie.
born out of your personal relationship. And so likewise, we become so principle minded and so mechanic driven, we forget to
He's
get
talking
to
about a
know
puppet.
the guy
Uncle Tom. He don't want to be an Uncle
this is all
Tom.
about. I don't want to go to heaven.
He don't want to be
and
Uncle
walk
Tom no
right
more.
past Jesus because I don't know him. Wow.
That's what he's saying. He don't want to be Uncle
Yeah.
Tom no more.
And so
He don't want in anymore. He want out.
we know how to have church. But some of the stuff we do in church, somebody's gonna have to explain it to Jesus because he's got to figure out where'd y'all get that from? What is this? Wow. And so I think what's happened is we're trying to
They're having
be
a gang
like God
meeting.
without God. Oh.
See, she's laughing. He's not laughing. They're having a gang
I
meeting.
don't know if I can even
He
say
does
this
look
on
about
the
to
air.
cry. She is, but that woman is about to cry.
Man, we gotta be
Let's get
careful
TBN
about
off the air.
phrase, having faith in your faith.
That's the only way they can have the
What is
gang
that?
meeting. The gang is so
I have
big,
faith
that's
in
the only way they can
God.
have a gang meeting.
I don't want to have faith in what I can do. I want to have faith in what Jesus has already done. Yeah. And so the greatest, most powerful position for a Christian today is a place of rest.
He probably mean a
Lord.
crip,
When I
not a
can rest
Christian.
in what has
A
already been
crip,
done
C-R-I-P, a crip.
versus me
Remember now, he's
stressing and
Dominican.
trying
He
to
is
get
not.
him to do. They're two
He is not
principal
African. He is
dilemmas.
not Jamaican,
Number one,
and
we'll
he is
never
not
answer prayer when
Caribbean.
you're
He is
asking
not
him to do
Caribbean.
what he's already
He
done.
is
Come on
Dominican. He's a
Number
mixture of
two, he will never an-
Spanish,
he will never answer
and
prayer
Haitian.
when
He
you're
has
trying to get
Spanish
him to
and
do what
Haitian
he told you
genes.
to do.
He looks black, but he is not black.
But isn't that's all? That's what we
He looks
do.
like a Ricky Martinez type guy,
And I am
Escobar,
so hungry for people
a
to
Gomez or a
understand
Martinez
Jesus
or something.
and to understand
Michael
this truth.
Martinez, Dr. Michael Martinez. Doesn't he look like a
Is
Alvarez,
enough.
Dr. Joel
It
Alvarez or
is
something?
enough. Beautiful. I was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer 6 years ago.
Y'all better watch out. They talking about
And,
putting. Remember that was a gang meeting. They talking
know,
about
one
putting
of the things that
drugs or
helped me
something
out is
in
I
the
knew
cigarettes to
that,
give people lung cancer, give black
I
people
was
lung
already
cancer,
healed.
to give the Jamaicans and
I'm
the
not trying to
Caribbeans
get
and the
healed.
Africans
I'm already healed. I'm not trying
cancer.
I'm not trying to get victory.
Victor is VD, venereal disease. He said he has venereal disease.
Yeah. I'm the healed, protecting my health from the cancer that's trying to kill me. Yeah.
He said, "Don't shoot
I
me,
had more
just
faith in what
give me
Jesus had
venereal
already
disease."
done. Yeah. And so I began to apply my faith begin to thank God and focus in and see Jesus and see that I'm already the healed, and begin to labor to enter into the rest that I'm already healed. I'm not laboring to try to get healed. I'm laboring to rest.
Keep in mind,
that
he's
I'm already
Dominican.
healed.
He is Dominican. He is not Caribbean. He is not African. He is not Jamaican.
Here I is today.
He just say he a slave. He a slave.
Healed,
He's jigging for him. He's being a jigger.
but
Look at all them jiggers in the audience. That's the
that's what I'm
Crips.
saying.
The Black Panthers and the
Grace
Crips.
makes, faith takes.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus,
They're just bossy people.
he makes.
That's
He's
all
the
Black
remainder.
Panther mean. Bossy people.
Faith is
Bossy
what
people.
positive response
You'll know us because we're the
to what
bossy
Jesus has
people.
already
Well, you
done.
can't call yourself bossy people. What are you going to call yourself? Just call us the Black Panthers. Just call us Black Panthers, but we're really just the bossy people. That's how you'll know my race, the Dominicans. That's how you know the Dominican Republicans. We are bossy. We're naturally bossy. We're naturally bigoted. And that's how you'll know us. We, you know, because the Spanish told them, well, you can't call yourself bossy because you'll get in trouble like that. Don't get arrested. You know, what can you call us? Just call us the Black Panthers then. But it really means bossy people.